Yolmas K Beats.
I'm not gonna try to rhyme like Lil Wayne, Drake, or even Shakespeare. But what I am gonna try to do is make sure my message comes across clear. You see, there was a crown of thorns that was pushed into his head, and he was laughed at as his hands and his feet bled. And we were the sweat from his brow, and we were the thorn in his crown. Loving us so relentlessly, he got on the cross loving you and loving me. And I can honestly say I have never been worthy. Worthy is something so real and something so true. Something he did just for me and something he did just for you. As the nails pierced his body, he cried out, "Father, please forgive them," because we were his reason. His reason for suffering, his reason for the pain, his reason for the tears. We were the reason for him being so strong even though he had every reason to fear. We were the reason that his blood was shed on the ground and the reason that he was laughed at, beaten, and mocked as he lay there on the ground. Laying there in pain, he thought of you, thinking you were so worth it. Worth all the pain, all the suffering, worth all the tears, worth losing his life for, completely worth everything. And I'm here today just to remind you that he loves you for who you are, because who you are is a child of him. And when you come to him, he has that moment, not some remember when. He doesn't remind you of your mistakes, but holds you together when you're about to break, just to remind you that everything will be okay, because he has you, and he is Yahweh. Yahweh, Alpha and Omega, our beginning and end. The only person sent here to save us, our best friend. Wearing a ring on our hand while he wore a nail in his. Loving you like he's your biggest fan and all you gave him was a diss, saying, "Oh no, I got this. I'll play the lead, you take the background. Just follow my cue and I'll be there shining as a star." But while you thought you were shining as the star, you forgot that God was lighting up the sky as he was playing the moon, because he is the moon, the stars, and the night sky. He is the sun, the clouds, and the morning sky. He's the days, the weeks, the hours that pass by. He is the happiness in our smiles. He's the tears as we cry. He is everything that you could ever want, because he's everything you need, and everything you need is everything he is. Having an affair with the world, and to do that, we take off our wedding ring. But when did it all become so meaningless? Like he doesn't even matter. We're the executioners, nailing him to the cross again, not even caring that his heart shatters. The one person who led a sinless life died a sinner's death. And we as the wife find it okay to live life to the fullest, even if our husband is on his deathbed. But why put the ring back on if you're not even trying to stay committed? And he took us as his bride, even when we were prostituting ourselves to the world. And he said, "Look at the beauty of this perfection, for they are of my hand, of my creation. I have picked them up when they were covered in sin and still chose to see perfection." He took us as his bride because he wanted to give us the greatest love story of all. And I get it. I get that it's hard, but let me just give you a few more reasons. He is the reason that we are set free and the reason we are no longer chained by our sins. The reason that the once blind can now see, and the reason I can stand up to Satan and say, "No, I am no longer broken. I am healed and I am no longer scared. No longer scared of what my future holds, because I now know who holds my future." He is the reason that we are alive, the reason we have survived, the reason we have survived the pain of our own lives. And I can give you 1,000 reasons why he makes living life easier, because he just needed one reason to die, and that reason was you. You were worth more than you could ever understand. You were worth everything. I'm talking world, I'm talking the universe. You were worth everything to the ultimate man.